If you please, draw me a sheep.
What?
Draw me a sheep.
I jumped to my feet, completely thunderstruck. I blinked my eyes hard. I looked carefully all around me. All I saw a most extraordinary small person who stood there examining me with great seriousness. Here you may see the best portrait that, later, I was able to make of him.
Ah, you are there.
And he took me by the hand. He was still worrying.
It was wrong of you to come. You will suffer. I shall look as if I were dead, and that will not be true.
I said nothing.
You understand? It is too far. I cannot carry this body with me. It is too heavy.
I said nothing.
But it will be like an old abandoned shell. There is nothing sad about old shells.
I said nothing. He was a little discouraged, but he made one more effort.
You know, it will be very nice. I, too, shall look at the stars. All the stars will be wells with a rusty pulley. All the stars will pour out fresh water for me to drink.
I said nothing.
That will be so amusing. You will have 500 million little bells, and I shall have 500 million springs of fresh water.
And he too said nothing more, because he was crying.
Here it is. Let me go on by myself.
And he sat down, because he was afraid. Then he said again,
You know, my flower, I am responsible for her. And she is so weak. She is so naive. She has 4 thorns of no use at all to protect herself against the world.
I too sat down because I was not able to stand up any longer.
There now. That is all.
He still hesitated a little. Then he got up. He took one step. I could not move. There was nothing but a flash of yellow close to his ankle. He remained motionless for an instant. He did not cry out. He fell as gently as a tree falls. There was not even any sound because of the sand.
Wow, you guys must be so desperate if you were starting.
I'm guarding you.
What?
I'm guarding you tonight.
You can't stop me. I've been kicking your ass for 14 years.
Not tonight. Tonight's my night.
Ha.
And then I rose above him.
This is a story that I've never told.
You have a big mouth, you know it. Rachel blew me off at prom, giving me some bullshit story about how I raped you. You know what? That's a lie. I never raped anyone. I don't have to. You wanted it just as bad as I did, but your feelings got hurt, so you started spreading lies, and now every girl in this school is talking about me like I'm some kind of pervert. You've been spreading that bullshit story for weeks. What's wrong, ugly? You jealous? Can't get a date?
The words fall like nails in the floor, hard, pointed. I try to walk around him. He blocks my way.
Oh no, you're not going anywhere. You really screwed things up for me.
He reaches behind and locks the door. Click.
Done.
He grabs my wrist. I try to pull them back, and he squeezes so tight it feels like my bones are splintering. He pins me against the closed door. Maya Angelou looks at me. She tells me to make some sound. I open my mouth and take a deep breath. His mouth is on my face. I twist my head. His lips are wet. His teeth knock against my cheekbone. I pull my arms again, and he slams his body against mine. I have no legs. My heart wobbles. His teeth are on my neck. The only sound I can make is a whimper. He fumbles to hold both my wrists in one hand. He wants a free hand. I remember. Metal hands, hot knife hands. No. A sound explodes from me. No. I follow the sound, pushing off the walls, pushing Andy Evans off balance, stumbling into the broken sink. He curses and turns, his fists coming. An explosion in my head and blood in my mouth. He hit me. I scream. Why aren't the walls falling? I'm screaming loud enough to make the whole school crumble. I grab for anything, my pottery bowl. I throw it at him. It bounces to the floor. My books. He swears again. The door is locked. He grabs me, pulls me away from the door. One hand over my mouth, one hand around my throat. He leans me against the sink. My fists mean nothing to him. Little rabbit paws, thumping harmlessly. His body crushes me. My fingers wave overhead, looking for a branch, a limb, something to hang on. A block of wood, the base of my turkey bone sculpture. I slam it against Maya's poster. I hear a crunch. It doesn't matter. It breathes like a dragon. Its hand leaves my throat, attacks my body. I hit the wood against the poster and the mirror under it again. Shards of glass slip down the wall and into the sink. It pulls away from me, puzzled. I reach in and wrap my fingers around the triangle of glass. I hold it to Andy Ben's neck. He freezes. I push just hard enough to raise one drop of blood. He raises his arm over his head. My hand quivers. I want to insert the glass all the way through his throat. I want to hear him scream. I look up. I see the stubble on his chin, a fleck of white in the corner of his mouth. His lips are paralyzed. I cannot speak. That's good enough. I said no.
O Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou Romeo? Deny thy father and refuse thy name, or if thou wilt not, but sworn my love, and I'll no longer be a Capulet.
Shall I hear more, or shall I speak of this?
'Tis but thy name that is my enemy. Thou art thyself, thou art a Montague. What's Montague? It is nor hand, nor foot, nor arm, nor face, nor any other part belonging to a man. Oh, be some other name. What's in a name? That which we call a rose, by any other name would smell as sweet. So Romeo would, were he not Romeo called, retain that dear perfection which he owes. Without that title, Romeo, doff thy name, and for that name which is not part of thee, take all myself.
I take thee at thy word. Call me but love, and I'll be new baptized. Henceforth I will never be Romeo.
What man art thou that thus be screamed in night, so stumblest on my counsel?
By name, I know not how to tell thee who I am. My name, dear saint, is hateful to me, because it is an enemy to thee. Had it written, I would tear the word.
My ears have not yet drunk 100 words of that tongue's utterness, yet I know the sound. Art thou not Romeo and a Montague?
Neither, fair saint, if either thee dislike.
How camest thou hither? Tell me, and wherefore? The orchard walls are high and hard to climb, and the place is death, considering who thou art. If any of my kinsmen find thee here,
With love's light's wing did I overperch these walls, for stony limits cannot hold love out. And what love can do that dares love attempt, therefore thy kinsmen are no let to me.
if they do see thee, they will murder thee.
Alack, there lies more peril in thy eye than 20 of their swords. Look thou but sweet, and I am proof against their enmity.
I would not for the world they saw thee here.
I have night's cloak to hide me from their sight, and but thou love me, let them find me here.
Ba-da-da-dee-doo-doo-da, ba-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-dee-doo-doo-da, ba-da-da-da-da. suis-moi. Là où je sais s'ouvre, suis-moi. Et si je suis pas, suis-moi.
Noise playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will rock you. We will rock you. Buddy, you're a young man, hard man, shouting in the street, you're gonna take on the world someday.
'Cause now I'm aware.